They say when you have writer's block or aren't feeling very creative, you need to seek out inspiration or break through it.
Who are they, anyway?
So I thought back to yet another game from my childhood. In the process of remembering, I thought of some games I do not even remember the names of. And then I found my inspiration. And then came the writing of the script. You may be surprised by this, but I struggle to sleep at night when ideas are flowing. And then, at last, the review was complete.
Today we're reviewing Fatty Bear's Birthday Surprise! Yeah! So yeah, Fatty Bear, ... question mark. You may be asking, yeah, Fatty Bear.
Fatty Bear, for the purpose of this review, is a point-and-click adventure game developed by Humongous Entertainment and released in 1993. I say for the purpose of this review because it's designed for children. I doubt most people in their teenage years and up would get much stimulation out of this game based on its challenging aspects. Now, that's not to bring the game down. Au contraire! There are plenty of great things to say about this game, but it's much more geared for children, probably anyone under the age of 7.
The reason this game is so nostalgic to me is because it's so nostalgic. I don't need to justify myself to you. I can like what I want. I played this game when I was a kid, back on our Windows 95, which is still running, by the way, back in the 90s. And then, years later, I would load it up on our Windows XP, and I'd play it again just for laughs. And here we are again. Ha, ha, ha. Childhood never dies.
The story for Fatty Bear's Birthday Surprise is super simple. There once was a ring to rule them all, and then that ring was bestowed upon a bear whose heart was brave and true. The good king had died, and then the bear drew the sword from the stone. And then it turns out the bear's metachlorian count was off the charts.
He was a wizard, Larry. Thumpin' good one, I'd wager.
And then he turned to the dark side and became a huge animatronic which chased around people at the family-friendly pizza joint across the street.
And then he transcended time! And then... Just kidding. He's helping set up a surprise birthday party. I know, deep storytelling. But this is a kid's game. Settle down, you.
So, with point-and-click adventure games, it's mechanically as simple as it can get. You point your cursor and you click. The charm of kids' games like these is the extra stuff that you can click on, and trust me, there is plenty of extra stuff to click on. While replaying Fatty Bear's Birthday Surprise, I have clear memories of finding some things in this game absolutely hilarious.
Oh my!
Some of them aren't really funny anymore. But there are still parts which will get me to crack a smile. It's probably my enduring childhood love of slapstick. What I'm saying here is I still think the carrots in this game steal the show. There are several minigames you can play, be it create your own Mr. Not Potato Head, go bowling, aw, ain't that always the way, or play the freaking piano. I know a lot of my fellow gamers grew up playing Mario Paint. This was actually some of the earliest exposure to music composing being mixed under the guise of a video game that I experienced as a kid. Not the first semi-educational video game, mind you. We need more time to track down those suckers, because I don't remember what they're called. Told you I went on a bit of a journey on memory lane. I bet you're surprised I didn't become a music writer. Something cool about the gameplay for Fatty Bear's Birthday Surprise is that the game is a little different each time you play. There is some flexibility and consequences for actions you take in the game, and when you do certain actions. Naturally, this only gives the game so much replayability for adults. I ran through the whole game in less than an hour, but for children, this is a great feature. As a little kid, I didn't know how much detail could be put into video games. Just having small changes went a long way in making me want to replay games to see what other changes might occur. Then again, this is coming from one of the last few kids who played with rocks and sticks outside in the yard. Today's kids might have the attention span of a, oh look, shiny! So Fatty Bear's goal is to bake Kayla a birthday cake and help set up for the surprise birthday party. Fatty Bear will need to gather all the ingredients for the cake, mix them up, and then decorate the cake. Actually, they even included the recipe, and this looks doable. I've been on my own for a while. Let's give this a shot.
Ho 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 ho. Don't know where to start with this. I've never tried doing something like this before. That's technically a lie. I did try doing this with pizza once, and it was really weird, and I didn't like how it turned out, so we're gonna try it again for this review. We'll see how it goes. So, I have all the things that I need here in front of me, and I'm going by the recipe that is in Fatty Bear. Now, that is something to keep in mind. Well, something that I remember as a kid. I remember playing Fatty Bear and then being like, Mom, can we make a cake like that? And she was like, we can make a cake, but we're not gonna make it with that recipe. So I have a sneaking suspicion this isn't a good recipe, but we're gonna find out today. Yeah! So, we need milk. I was missing milk. We need 1/2 cup of milk, 3/4 cups of sugar, 2 eggs, 1.5 cups of flour, a stick of butter, because that's a measuring system, a stick of butter. Never mind how much it is, if it's a cup or something, doesn't matter. It's a stick of butter. 1 cup of chocolate chips, mini chocolate chips, mind you. I wasn't gonna get them, but I was like, wait a minute, there's probably a reason you use mini. Maybe the chocolate melts better. Somebody used mini chocolate chips. A teaspoon of vanilla and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Now, that's something that I almost made a mistake of. I had to go on Google. I went on Google and I was just like, type. Difference between baking soda and baking powder. So I had to go run to pick up some baking powder rather than cook it with baking soda, which Mom says would have been a mistake. So yeah, live and let learn. So let's get started. I've never tried doing this before, but we're gonna try it from an over-the-head angle shot. So here are all the things. Let's get started. First off, we have our measuring bowl, or what we'll be using to mix them up. And now we need 1/2 cup of milk. Now, this is a cup, and it's less than 1/2 cup, but you know, it's close enough, so pour it in there. Actually, for what it's worth, I measured beforehand, but I figured it'd be funny if I was just like, yeah, it's a cup, it's almost 1/2 cup, we're gonna pour that in there. Okay, next up, 3/4 of a cup of sugar. So, here's a fork. I'm just gonna go down the line the way I wrote it down. The smart way of doing this is you would measure out all of the liquid ones and mix them together. But that's what my cooking savvy friends tell me. I'm not cooking or savvy, so I'm going to just mix everything up together. Yeah. We couldn't make too much of a mistake by adding too much sugar, could we? Could we? 2. Man, sugared milk, that actually sounds pretty good. That's probably ice cream recipe right there. 3. My Martha Stewart setup is not good enough to be showing other people what I'm doing. Okay, eggs, do your stuff. I'm not that skilled. So we're gonna do it like so instead. A theme you will notice is I really hate to get messy. Miss Frizzle would not approve. Okay, now we shall dump that in there. We have some eggnog going now, yo. Alright, I'm done with these. Can't handle it. Can't handle the mess, man. Alright. I feel guilty just looking at egg yolks in there. This is the only device I have for stirring. And such, that's what I'm gonna use. So let's break some egg yolks. We already broke some eggs. Let's break some egg yolks and let's start stirring. Okay, so next up we have 1.5 cups of flour. Yeah. Man, this looks delicious right now, doesn't it? Looks exactly the way a cake should look. Doesn't it make you hungry? Cooking's amazing. Well, baking, cooking, really anything around food is just amazing. This is wizardry to me. I'm just like, what? You combine this and it makes that? And I want to put that in my belly? Yes, please. All right, 1. Now we need to add 1/2 cup of flour. Again, I feel shame. I'm just like, there's probably an optimal way to do this. But Fatty Bear didn't teach me to do it optimally, so neither will I. Ta-da! It's beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. Alright, let's stir this one up a bit. So, okay, flour. Now we need to add a stick of butter after we, mix this up a little bit better. Maybe I should add the butter now. That's a tough call. Let's add the butter now. Wait, is there anything else I gotta add that's gonna need my knife? No. Let's add this. A stick of butter. Bullseye. And Harry's in the background like, please pay attention to me. Like, no, not right now, Birdie. You have been put in another place so that I can work on this. And hopefully it turns into something good. How much would it suck if this is a bomb? Well, if it bombed, the good news is I made myself cookies earlier, so I still have sweet things to eat even if it doesn't work. So yeah, this is actually the first time I have ever baked a cake. If it works, fantastic. Oh man, the knife. That knife is just covered in stuff. And again, this doesn't look appetizing yet. I hope it looks better when we start adding better things. Yikes. This looks like what scrambled eggs look like before you scramble them. If I said that I was totally confident that this is going to be delicious and I'm going to enjoy eating it, I would be lying to you. I am slightly concerned. And it's probably not a good idea to add the chocolate chips yet, but you know what? That's the next one on the list, so that's what we're gonna do. Again, I have no idea what difference it would have made to have used regular chocolate chips. Maybe it would take longer to mix it up, or maybe that would have been a tragedy. Who knows? Who even knows? Probably plenty of people that actually know how to bake. Don't mind me. I didn't just eat a handful of chocolate chips. I was the bane of my mother's kitchen. Anytime I saw the chocolate chips, they were as good as gone. Dang it! How dare you escape? There is no escape. I want to be precise, but I'm also just like, chocolate chips though, can you really go wrong? Oh yeah. Oh. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit too much into this. I really like chocolate chips, okay man? Don't judge. This is, this looks like pudding and chocolate chips, which, you know what? I'm okay with. I would eat pudding and chocolate chips. Chocolate pudding would be even better. Chocolate pudding and chocolate chips? Yum, yum. Is this really gonna make... Is it gonna make the batter turn chocolate chip colored? I don't know, brown, black, whatever that color is. It'll make it good, that's for sure. I'm surprised they didn't call for melting the chocolate ahead of time. Then again, would that have really made a difference? I don't know enough about cooking to be able to judge, be like, this recipe here, yes, this recipe. Teaspoon of vanilla. Actually, let's add the baking powder first. I know I said I was gonna go in order that I wrote them down, but I changed my mind. So something you might have noticed is I do not have a mixing machine. So all mixing I do will have to be manual. Okay, 1. This'll make the cake puff up like a pillow. 2. Yes. Harry agrees. Got to use them martial artist muscles. Alright, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Let's mix this guy in there. This would have been probably one of the ones you should have mixed in the beginning with the rest of the liquid stuff. This isn't what I was imagining it would look like. Being a very visual person, I was just like, what would a chocolatey chip of a birthday cake look like? However, this does look like it's going to be enough. I was worried that that the pan that I was going to pour stuff into, I was like, is this going to be enough stuff to put into that? Because this is the pan. I don't know. My mom would be like, is that 5-inch pan? I don't know how many inches it is or how big the pan is. It just looks like there will be enough batter to put into the pan, and that's good. But one thing at a time, dear children. One thing at a time. I am something a birthday cake, a birthday cake, a birthday cake. It is one we soon will bake for Kayla's birthday party. I'd eat this. Not now. Wait. Oh, it smells like vanilla. Oh, that smells so good. Oops, how did that happen? I just had a realization. This is a chocolatey chip birthday cake, not a chocolate birthday cake. My brain was wired wrong. If we were making a chocolate birthday cake, it probably would have cocoa powder in it rather than chocolate chips. Wasn't thinking. That part of my brain wasn't thinking. I was just like, what is this? So it's probably gonna be like vanilla and chocolate chips in it. So it would have made a big difference had I used big chocolate chips. It would have been like a really crunchy chocolate chip one. With mini chocolate chips, it's gonna make a little bit more sense, and it's not gonna be nearly as overempowering with the crunch. I haven't even baked it yet and I thought of that. Yeah! I don't just do things, I think. Let's just turn this on right now. What was that? 450? Is that what it was? No. 350. That would have been a toasty cake. Wait. There. I was looking through the camera. Got it. So, little known thing that bird owners need to worry about. We need to be worried about what kind of pans and cutlery and stuff that we use. Because if you overheat stick-free stuff, then it releases Teflon gas, which will then kill the birds. So you have to be really careful about what you cook with. So I either use stainless steel or ceramic. And so this one's stainless steel, and this one comes from my mom. Thanks, Mom! But the thing is that if I put anything in here, if it's not greased up, then it's gonna be terrible. And so for greasing, Mom's always just like, use coconut oil. And I'm like, but I don't like the taste of coconut. And she says, well, it's not gonna taste like coconut. It's a-okay. So let's just overkill it. Actually, there, definitely overkill on how much coconut oil is needed. Let's put this guy back. Time to get gross and not sticky, slick, lubricated. All of that sounds weird to say. And let's grease this thing up. Okay, that should be enough. Now the real problem, how to get this off my hand. The preheating is finished. Let's pour all this stuff in. In you go. See you in 45 minutes. Ooh! That looks good. Let's try the toothpick test. Oh no, maybe that spot, yeah, maybe it does still need more time. I just don't want to burn it. Wait a minute. That's not right. Oh, yeah. Another 10 minutes and it might have looked a whole lot worse. I feel like this is a bad idea. Alright, here we go. Well, could have been worse. At least this will let it cool faster.
Another highlight people point out on the Steam reviews is that you can customize your own cake, and you can write whatever message you want on it. Oh wait, I should probably be trying to be family friendly. Never mind what is said on the cake, boys and girls. Be sure to write kind things to Kayla and not summon the Dark Lord. The temptation to make a walkthrough for this game is just so strong. But I refuse to do that. I don't want to spoil things in the game, so I want to give people a reason to go and check the game out for themselves after watching one of my reviews. So that's all I'm going to say about Fatty Bear's birthday surprise. Goodness knows I'm tempted to spoil the whole game in an attempt of being funny, but I won't. In conclusion, I enjoyed playing this game as a child, and I genuinely enjoyed playing this game again as a full-grown adult. Like I said, it's short and sweet, it will eat up an hour or so, there's no crazy moon logic, and it'll definitely entertain some kids. Thank you for watching. If you found this review helpful, entertaining, or useful, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. And as always, thank you so much for watching. That really is what's driving me forward. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
My name's Atratzu, and I approve this review. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some cake to eat. Turned out pretty good.
Bye. Thanks for helping.